Stakeholder topic, we discussed there's a sequence how to identify the stakeholder, right? How to identify the stakeholder? How do we identify stakeholder? Please put in the chat box. Yeah, please message Hasnan personally, guys. I said it like 4 times. Still, some people are sending their email. Don't send your email in the group. Send Hasnan personally. I gave his number. Please. Okay. So, what are the sequence? Immediately, guys. Immediately. What are the sequence we discussed? We follow. What is the sequence we follow? The topic that we are discussing, stakeholder communication, it looks like the most easiest topic when we basically just when we actually try to understand it. It's very simple, but the question answers of the stakeholder topics will be very difficult. So that's why when you do stakeholder question answers, the normal score that you get in the first attempt, and you should only do first attempt, is 30 to 40%. But when you do the root cause analysis of stakeholder in communication, you will get 60% plus. Okay? That is the power of root cause analysis. So we discussed, we used expert judgment, then focus group, then workshop, right? Then document analysis, OPS, EF. We have identified these stakeholders. We put these stakeholders in a document that is called stakeholder register. We took this stakeholder, put them in a document that is called stakeholder register. Now, what are the content of stakeholder register? Content of stakeholder register is who stakeholder he is, why we need him, what is needed for it. Okay. All the content as much detail as we can put at this stage. Who the stakeholder is, what is his position, what is his role, what do we need from him, right? His name, his position, his role. First, we put this thing. This will be updated as we move forward. Now, now we categorize them. We need to categorize them, then we prioritize them. This categorization and prioritization is called analysis. You identify the stakeholder, you don't judge, but now we analyze the stakeholder. First, we categorize them. Categorizing of the stakeholder. How do we categorize them? First, we do that. Who are my internal stakeholder and who are external stakeholder? Internal, external stakeholder, right? Then I categorize further. Okay, who are my upward stakeholders? Which means I am reporting to them, my upward stakeholders. Who are my downward stakeholders? Who are the people who are reporting to me? My downward stakeholders. Who are the stakeholder at same level as I am? Who are the stakeholder who are at the same level as I am? Okay, I call them sideward stakeholder. So we just categorize them just to put into that, okay, these are which type of people. It's just like when you buy the clothes, right? When you buy the clothes, Mohsin, you categorize, okay, these are my shirts, these are my trousers, these are these things, these I will wear on head. Like I had Umrah, so my head is shaved. So I'm wearing caps, right? I'm wearing caps. Before that, I was not wearing caps. So these caps I wear in class. These caps I can wear when I go outside. Categorization. Whatever we do. Here, internal stakeholder, external stakeholder. Who can be internal stakeholder? Sponsor, team, etc. Who can be the external stakeholder? Customer, client, vendors, right? Who are the upward stakeholder? Those whom I report, sponsor, program managers, etc. Who are downward stakeholder? My team. They are reporting to me. Who are sideward stakeholder? Functional manager, other project managers. Clear? Now, once I have categorized them, Now comes the important thing. I prioritize them. Now I prioritize them. Okay. I'm gonna use power and interest graph to prioritize them. Those stakeholders who have high power, high interest, low power, low interest, high power, no interest, low power, highly interest. Okay, this is high power, high interested. This is high power, not interested. This is low power, low interest. This is low power, high interest. Who are the stakeholder who will come in the first quadrant? This is your first quadrant. This is second. This is third. This is fourth. Who will come in the first quadrant, guys? Who are the stakeholder who come in the first quadrant? Sponsor, PM. Name them. Program manager, etc. No, name them, not internal, external. Name them. Sponsor. Okay, let's put sponsor here. Who are the stakeholders who have low power but very interested? It can be competitors, it can be media, it can be end user, depending upon the product to product. I wouldn't say customer, Kishore, Adnan, I would say end user. There's a difference between customer and end user. You see, for Meta, Ray-Ban can be a customer. I am the end user, right? So I would say end user. But whoever is it, highly power, low interested. Okay, how we look into that? So next column, high power, low interested. This was low power, this was low power, highly interested. Now people who has high power but they are not interested in your product. Who are those people? Maybe government people, can be. Who else can be there? Maybe CEO, depending upon which organization you are. But who are those people who are highly power, low power and low interested? Who are those people? They have no power and they are not interested. I call them kitchen staff. Your security guards, your cleaners, they have their own issues to do. Like just imagine, Meta is making these glasses. Does the cleaner care how the AI is gonna change the world? Not, not now, but maybe when we have a cleaning robot, he or she will care, right? So this power interest graph is critical. Okay, administrative staff say good word. Okay, this power interest graph very critical. Is it clear to everybody? Power interest. You can raise your hand by reactions. I can see you. Go ahead, Jirmoy. Ask. Yeah.
The block number, so number one, the high power, high interest, that's like the sponsor.
Team.
Would that be, would the
Team.
CEO be interested in that?
Depending on the project. Depending on the project. You see, that's why I put CEO here. He can be here. He can be here. It all depends how much bottom line your project can impact. Okay.
Okay. And the low power, high interest, is that your customers, you said?
No, no. I said actually end users can be. Like for example, Apple is launching a new iPhone or Vision Pro. I am very interested in it, but I have no power to impact them. I don't have a subscriber like Mr. Beast, right? So I cannot impact them, right? So we need to, every scenario will be different. The question will give you a scenario and we need to look into that accordingly. Okay.
Okay.
Low power, high interested. So Adnan, I just explained to her. Is it clear to you now, brother? Yes, Aruj. Yes, Aruj.
Yeah, hi, Amer. In the quadrant, we have people low power, low interest. If they don't have any role in the project, like you said, kitchen staff, why are they there in the quadrant?
Thank you for asking. If they set fire to your project, you delayed their salary, you set fire to your building.
Ah, okay.
Arsenal, we need to keep the next thing is coming to that. Thank you for asking that. Right? Guys, we need to monitor people. This is my job. This is my project. This is my baby. I live in New Jersey. Like few days back, me and my wife after dinner we always walk, right? So we were walking. Now it was extreme snow everywhere was snow, and I heard a wolf howling. I immediately went into my. I did not see anywhere. She said it's okay. It's not there. It must be somewhere. We have never seen New Jersey a wolf. I said no. I'm not gonna take risk. Why would I stand if there's a 0.1% chance there can be a wolf? Right? I don't have tools to fight. Make sense? So you need to keep on monitoring in the situation as a project manager. As a project manager, there can be people who are dissatisfied. They were not interested in the second thing to Aruj your answer. Throughout the project, throughout the project, their roles can also be changed. So once we have documented it, we can work into that. Very important thing. Your project can only be damaged if you miss a key stakeholder. If you document it, there's a high probability you can manage it. Clear? Acha ji. Now, what do we do with them? That is the most important question. These high power, high interest stakeholder, manage them closely. Like I love to say them, put them near to your heart. Right? Put them near to your heart. These stakeholder, they have high power, they are not interested. Whatever you do, whatever the strategies you make, keep them satisfied. Whatever you do, keep them satisfied. Okay? Keep them satisfied. These people, low power, highly interested, keep them informed. I don't want them to become disinterested. Let me give you an example. I'm a person who is interested in tech. I'm a person who talk about tech, right? Although I don't work in a tech industry, I'm just a geek, pure geek, reading books, sitting all the computer. I'm that geek, not good at sports at all, right? The pure definition of a geek, if you can say. Now, if you go to my Twitter, you will see Instagram. I'm looking at all the time Apple what is they are launching. If they stop giving them information, I will stop going to their website. Make sense or not? Keep them informed. That's why we need to keep them informed because they can keep. We want them to be interested. We want them. Being a marketer, I consider I'm a teacher and then I'm a marketer. I have to market everything. That's how all of you are here. Na? I put a lost or in the break when Aruj was saying that oh, can someone allow me to enter? I was making a video for my course on Udemy and make it a free for everybody so that I can get more interest in the people and people can get interested. Right? Just to give you an example, I need to do something. I need to do something. Because once I get there interested, then they can join. We will also discuss in the next step how to engage, strategies, how to engage, what I do, and what we need to continuously do. Then the last column, we put them into watch list. We keep monitoring, you can say them. Okay. This is a very important matrix. You can actually get question in the exam and question can ask you what we do in the first quadrant. And in the option, it can say keep satisfied, manage closely, keep monitor. What would you do? This, please make it one time by your hand. It will not ask where the sponsor will be. It will ask what do you do in the first quadrant? What do you, because depending upon the situation, government can be interested. Now, like previous government in US, they were not interested what Elon Musk was doing. Now the president is very much interested, right? What they are doing, what they are not. It all depends, right? Clear? Okay. Now this is a 2D matrix. power, interest. Sometimes people are important, projects are bigger. Instead of 2D, you'll make it 3D. Okay? You will make it like one more dimension. For example, power, interest, and the third one can be anything. It can be attitude, it can be they were buying power, it can be any XYZ reason. Okay? This is called as stakeholder cube. This is known as stakeholder cube. Stakeholder cube. Cube, because it's 3D, it called as cube. We just need to know the name of that. We don't need to know more. Another 3D model we have, it covers power, urgency, and legitimacy. Just need to know the name of that, nothing more. This is called salience model. That's it. That's it. So here our initiation is completed. Where is that? I put it somewhere. Yeah. Here our initiation is completed. We had made project charter, assumption log, identify the stakeholder, categorize them, prioritize them. Stakeholder register will be continuously updated. It's not a one-time thing. Whenever a new stakeholder come, we will update it. Okay. Now, planning. Project management plan consists of 18 plans. 18 plans. The first plan where I'm gonna make is, since we identify stakeholders, stakeholder engagement plan. The next one will be communication management plan. The word is stakeholder engagement plan. It is not stakeholder control plan. It is not stakeholder management plan. We don't need to remember everything in the stakeholder cube or salience model or SMART. Stakeholder cube is a 3D model and salience model is also a 3D model. So stakeholder cube will be power, interest, and any third parameter. For example, PMP actually use stakeholder cube. You need to have a graduation or high school, 3 years experience, and 35 PDS. Three parameters. Right? Clear? This is basically. Similarly, salience model, power, who has a power, urgency, how urgent something is, legitimacy. Does he have a legal right on us or not? That is salience. Okay. Now your stakeholder register is updated. Stakeholder engagement plan is only one thing. Strategies required to engage the stakeholder. What are the strategies that are required to engage the important stakeholder? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. What are the strategies required to engage the stakeholder? Are we clear about this? Now, talking about the strategies, we'll use a tool that is the part of stakeholder engagement plan. That tool is called stakeholder engagement matrix. Out of these, which is most accurate? Power and trust matrix is the most accurate and most used, and you must remember. Not remember, understand. Okay. Strategies required to engage the stakeholders. Okay. We use a tool that is called in the plan, a tool that is called stakeholder engagement matrix. It checks what is the engagement level of stakeholder. Let's say these are the stakeholders name. These are the stakeholder name A, B, C. I want to say, I want to see, is he unaware about the project? Is he resistant about the project? Is he neutral about the project? Is he supportive about the project? Or is he leading about the project? What his current engagement level? I'll give you example. Where do you fall, all of you, in the stakeholder power interest graph? Where you guys fall for me? Where do you fall? First quadrant, second, third, fourth. Datta and everyone, please put in the chat box. Where do you fall in the stakeholder power interest matrix? Second. You are not interested, Rakesh? No, no, who put it there? Rakesh put it, no? Adnan? Second quadrant is high power, low interest. You are interested, man. The first one is power interest graph. The second is stakeholder cube. The third is salience model. Okay. Saurabh, this is power. This is the quadrants. High power. You guys are high power, highly interested. Okay. All of you fall in the first quadrant. High power, high interested. Now, how do I define my stakeholders? Someone who wants to do PMP. Someone who wants to do PMP and they can pay for the program because I don't offer discounts. Right? Someone who wants to do PMP, why I don't convince anyone to do PMP. Many students ask me, why should I do PMP? I send them a video that I don't talk that. My time is too precious to convince onto you and then tell you that this program, why my program is expensive. I can't do that. I don't do that. Okay, if you want to do PMP, talk to me. I'm the best. I actually say it many times. If you want to do PMP, talk to me. I'm the best. I'm not gonna convince you that you do your due diligence, right? And I also, if someone says, will you offer the job? No, I don't do that. PMP, yes, I'm the best. That's it. Now, who's my stakeholder? These are my stakeholders. Like you guys are my stakeholders. If you don't know me, I exist. Whose whose fault is this? Mine. Okay. The first one is unaware. Okay. Shivaz, Numan, Saurabh, I hope that is clear to you. Yes, before we are one, after enrolling. No, you are still one. You are highly power, highly interested. I am still interested in you getting clear. You stay one. Okay. Then, if you are highly power, highly interested, and you know about me, but you are against me. You joined the program, you did not join the program, you are against me. You don't like me. Oh, that's my problem. Especially if you join my program and you are against me. Out of, let's say, 2,000 people, out two or three after doing PMP, they are against me. I try my level best, but you cannot have 100% anything, right? Still resistant. Now that's my fault. I actually consider that's my fault. I could have done something different. Unaware, resistant. Neutral. After attending my class, after doing PMP, someone asks you, I'm okay with that. What I want from you, the next two columns, either to be sportive or leading. Either to be sportive or leading. Today, all of you are not unaware. Your current engagement level is not there. It is possible someone is still resistant with me. But most of you are at this stage. Neutral. We paid him. He is teaching us. That's okay. What do I want? I want you to move here or at least here. Okay. If you are here already, I want you to be here. And after doing PMP, I want to make sure you stay here. I want to make sure you stay here. I don't want you go back to abyss and you forget about me. Now, my stakeholder engagement plan must have strategies how I make sure you remain engaged. Yes or no? Right? Yes, Asad.
Sorry, this might be a stupid one, but I need to ask. What does leading mean in this
Leading mean
table? Because
you go and tell 10 other of your friend, I am attending Amer Ali course. It's awesome. You should also join. That
okay, this makes sense, but let's suppose there's a project going on, and then there's a stakeholder. Does leading means that their part of the responsibilities are what expectations I have as a project manager from them? They are leading those expectations without any resistance,
I
etc.
don't have any expectations from them. They have expectations from me. I am engaging the stakeholder. I am engaging the stakeholder. I want to make sure they are up to date. I want to make sure they are happy. I want to make, you see, let's say I talk about my team member. I have a team member sitting in the class as now. If I don't know what he needs, and humans don't always need money. It's not always money. We say that it's not. He needs respect. He needs this thing. If I'm not engaging him, he will not be positive. Right? Work is one thing. We are not talking about work. We are talking about, is he happy? Can he tell other people that, okay, this is good, join this company, work into that? Right? Makes sense to you? Resistant stakeholder. I'll give example. Resistant, I have a classical example. You come to the class, you did not like my accent. You did not like my face. You did not like whatever. You just, he's not a good teacher. That's a resistant, right? That's a resistance. Unaware, you don't know me. You should not be here if you are unaware of me, right? Now, what are my strategy I do so that if you are unaware, you become, at least for me, it's better that you are resistant as compared to unaware.
I'm really sorry, Amir. Unaware, resistant, neutral, and supportive are very descriptive in nature. These words, when we are talking about project management and stakeholders, I'm still not able to get my head around leading. How
Okay,
a
let's say,
stakeholder will be leading the
let me,
project? Does
let
this
me,
mean that they will be the
listen,
one leading
listen,
the
listen,
project?
listen, listen. Now, let's say you need a government support. You are doing a project and you need a government support, right? You need a government support. You need a stakeholder who will go and speak about the people that, okay, this is a great project, we should invest into that. That's leading. I'll give
Okay,
you one more example. The day Elon Musk, those arms catch the rocket, right? Those arms, Donald Trump said it like 10 times. In the last 3 months, Elon's stocks of has gone like this because of those statements. That is leading. Okay?
okay,
Resistant. Uh,
makes sense. Thank you.
sure. Resistant. We should do that. Ahmad, we should do that. That's engagement strategy, na? We should limit resistant. That's what I want them. I want all of them to be sportive. I want all of them to be at least neutral of me. Okay? So it can be any stage. That is the your job as a project manager. Identify where does your stakeholder is and then do the strategies to change that according to your requirement. If someone is resistant, I need to talk to him. No matter what I can do. There will be some student in that class who will be resistant to me after today. Then no matter what I do, tomorrow more people will be resistant because I will be yelling at you why you didn't do RCA. Even I said it so many times that do RCA, still you will not do, right? But I want to make sure as we move forward, it becomes unaware. He does not know me. Now I identify him that he is the stakeholders or the group of the stakeholders. He does not know me. He does not know me at all. Adnan, that is unaware. Na? I need to make sure that these people know me. That's my responsibility. I identified, okay, living in New Jersey, the governor of New Jersey should know me. He does not know me, he's unaware of me. I need to do strategies to become vibrant to that. Okay? This is stakeholder engagement matrix. Ji Naveen.
Yeah, the unaware stakeholder, is it a must that we should make them aware? Like, say for example, we have a school as a project, and student of the who will come later is a stakeholder.
Mhm.
We he is an unaware stakeholder because he doesn't know that the school construction is happening. Do we have like,
I
but
should.
it's,
Is according to your stakeholder engagement plan? It's not necessary. If you want,
yeah,
if like for example, I don't want IRS to know about me. Like
yeah, okay,
IRS collect tax. They are high power, low
yeah,
interest. They are unaware. I want them to stay unaware.
unaware, okay,
Right? I'm not gonna post anything, hashtag IRS, and they come and audit me. I don't want that. Remain
okay,
unaware. Thank you. Remain unaware. Right? So I'm an immigrant. I don't want government's unnecessary, and I am from Pakistan. I don't want any unnecessary attention at that area. Got my point? It's okay.
I, yeah, yes, got it, got it, got it, got it,
I want to, but if you want to do PMP, then I need to, like, I want you to know.
yeah, yeah,
Got it?
got
Right?
it, got it.
Yes. Okay. So these we do different strategies for different stake. Does every project has all different? Again, it depends from the project to project. Okay. In this case, I watched and I like his approaching style. I can be considered sportive if you are new to the and yes, yes, you can be even as if someone does not like me, he can be neutral, he can be resistant. Like I always get like for the first 10 days, students to come and sir, where is our customized roadmap you promised us? Sir, when we will get PMP? I cannot do like the biggest thing I get is RCA. And I will keep on punching do RCA, because I know that will improve the scores, right? So this is your stakeholder engagement plan. One more time, what does stakeholder engagement plan has? It has strategies that are required to change current engagement level of a stakeholder to what do I desire? I mean, what does project need? Right? Let me give you example of Farhan. Farhan, can I give the example? If you allow, only if you allow. No, 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 no. If you allow. Now Farhan joined long time back, but he's a very, very busy professional, right? How you know a person who's a busy professional? The person who can pay $2,000 in a minute in the one-to-one program? Of course, no one can pay like that. But he is unable to sit in the classes for a long time. Then, but I kept on messaging, kept for last 1 year. Finally, he messaged me 2 days back. I want to join the class. I said, okay, come in. I need to continuously engage. Let me show you another strategy I do when you become PMP, right? When you even become PMP, I make this if certified PMP group. This is those people who have cleared the PMP, and I am continuously sharing things with them. But now I don't want to bombard too many things once a week, after 2 weeks, and something they need, not I, right? For example, Vishnu is a very difficult stakeholder. Vishnu, how did I engage you? Now, Vishnu and I are having conversation like for 4 5 months. I did not bother him daily. When are you joining? Once a month or after 3 weeks, right, Vishnu? And only because he said I want to join. If you say to me, if you don't use this word, I want to join your program, I will never follow up. This is my thing. I don't do that. When I'll tell you one thing today. When you say I want to join, I write down your name on this small notebook. And then I do follow,
Okay.
right? 90% students
Yeah.
who are sitting in the class, I have written their name here. I can actually show. Otherwise, I don't do. I don't write. Ali Shan, are you here? No? Like Ali Shan, I put his name here. These are engagement strategies. Otherwise, I don't do follow up with them. Awais, Bilal, all of you are here. This is my stakeholder engagement strategies. How I need to do. Because daily I talk at least 50 to 100 people, depending upon that. I don't write their name. They are important stakeholder. They are not unaware now. They have become neutral. Some of them, when I send the price, like it was 1 week back, I am talking to that person and I told him, uh, my program training fees is $699 and exam fees. As soon as I said the word, he ended the call. Right? So that was so. Actually, I laughed. He did not let me complete anything. And I called him back. He said, "No, sir, I don't want to join." It happens. He became resistant. He does not want to join my program. It's okay, right? So I need to see what I need from the stakeholder. My perspective, I am the project manager. You are the project manager, Shabazz. You need to define what your strategies should be. Once the stakeholder engagement plan is done, I will show it to the sponsor or governance board. For, for easiness, I will say them now as a change control board or sponsor. Okay? The sponsor will review the plan and now your plan is up. The sponsor must approve the plan. Okay? The sponsor must approve the plan that this plan is this, it has been approved. Now planning is done. Now I implement the plan. In execution, I will close my eyes. Whatever is the plan, I just implement it. I don't think. Whatever the plan is, I implement it. In monitoring and control, now I sit, I check, is my plan effective or not? Right? Is my plan effective or not? And then change the plan accordingly. But, but, and a big but, in order to update the plan, you need to raise a change request. You cannot update a plan that has been approved by a sponsor without raising a change request. That change request is approved by sponsor. Once the change request is approved, now and only now you can update the plan. Am I clear? It's like you showed a document to your boss. Your boss approved that document and now you want to change something. Then. You need to get approval from your boss. Make sense to everybody? All the plans are approved and then we get them. Clear? That's the entire stakeholder topic. Entire, where do we raise change and request? Monitoring and control. Who can raise the change request? Anyone. Who approves the change request? Change control board or sponsor. Okay. Now, anytime a new stakeholder is identified, the sequence is same. We put him into the stakeholder register. We categorize him. We prioritized him. Okay. We prioritized him. Then stakeholder register is updated. No change request for it. Stakeholder register is updated. No change request for it. Now, if you want to change the strategy because of them, you want to update a plan. Even if you want to update one line, you raise a change request and then you update the plan. One change request is enough to update all 18 plans. Okay. Do we use any tool? We, it depends on the organization to organization. Like if you're in a government organization, you can use a paper tool, whatever the tool you are using. As we discussed in start, PMIS, Project Management Information System. Every organization has their own tool, which you tell me, how do you handle a change order in your organization? Put in the chat box, everybody. How do you handle changes in your organization? My company is a startup. We want to do a change. Asnan called me, I approved it. That's the change control procedure in my organization. Promotion, like everybody has their way to the variation order, whatever you want to do. Everyone has to do that. Everyone is clear? Once your stakeholder plan is done, then we make communication plan. Communication plan consists of 4R. 4R of communication. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. Have you noticed in the last 5 to 10 minutes, suddenly my pace has gone very slow? Why? Because it is night for you, you are tired, and these things I'm saying are very important. This is called communication management plan. You change your communication according to the desired audience. You understand the political awareness, you understand the culture awareness and do that. 90% of you are not living in US, but I have only used the example of Donald Trump or other. I did not use the example of Modi, Nawaz Sharif, Imran Khan, etc. No, no, no. Culture awareness. No one has problem with air politics. When I talk about any local politics, there will be a challenge. You need when you are doing the communication, 4 hour, write down in the chat box, write information. What information? I cannot complete the communication topic in next 10 minutes, right? But I want to give you something so that you can do questions. So write information. Time. Ali, let me complete later questions. As I saying, Ali, write information. Time is not right. Right time to have right impact to the right people. Who needs the information? Who needs it? When they need it. Yes, communication, all the plans, Ahmed sir, are the part of planning. All plans will be the part of planning. Who needs the information? When they need the information. Minajuddin, why do you need that information? Is the information confidential? How the information will be transferred, stored, and finally discarded? Every single thing about communication will be the part of communication management plan. Am I gonna do push communication? Like I'm just giving it. Or I want it two-way interactive communication. Or I'm gonna do pull communication. Pull is where you have to make certain effort. I shared a link, you go and watch that link. You go on YouTube, that is pull. Push is suddenly you get a call. That is push. Interactive is both. Which type of communication we use in our project? Push, pull, or interactive? Interactive. All yaar, you guys are just putting interactive. Datta, you only have meetings. Don't you just call people? Don't you go and search on internet? Huh? Vishnu, you just give information. Push, push, push. You don't have a meeting with people. Hey? Asad, you only pull it. You only work on internet. You don't talk to anybody. All form of communication. That was a trick question, right? That was a trick question. Push, pull, interactive, all. Now, communication, Numan sir, communication can be written or verbal, formal or informal, like email, calls. You can do any type of communication. We do meetings that are long, we do meetings that are small. All communication is there. Okay? Am I clear about that? जी Ali, आपका question. Ali, you have a question. Please go ahead. Unmute, please unmute. Please unmute.
Yes, actually, my question, once we have a stakeholder, we will put him into the stakeholder register.
Yes.
We will update the stakeholder register.
Yes.
And due to adding this stakeholder, we will update the communication management plan.
No. First, we will raise the change request and the stakeholder plan will be updated. Because of that update, if communication plan needs to be updated, then we will update the communication plan. Then we will update.
So we will update the communication management plan because of adding any member,
Depending upon the requirement. We don't just
depending on the,
uh,
yeah, any key stakeholder.
the thing is that what is communication? You need video information or you need audio information. What do you need? For example, let's talk about my most important stakeholder, my wife. If I send her a video that is 2 minutes long, she's not gonna watch. I know that. Okay, let's say she will watch. If I send her a document that is 2 page, she's not gonna read. Impossible, right? But if I send her a 10-minute audio message, she will listen. I need to understand my stakeholders, their communication requirements, right? Communication. How do they prefer, right? How do I have videos on my YouTube that is 12 hour long. I have videos that are 4 hour long. I have videos that are 1 hour long, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and then 3 minutes long. Entire series of PMP on 3 minutes. I will share you with you starting from today. 3 minutes. I will send you this topic, stakeholder and communication with 3 minutes. Entire topic. And then I have 1 minute series. Why? Different people preferred communication in a different way. Got my point? Different people preferred communication different way. Stakeholder register can be updated. Yes, any register, Farhan Raza, can be updated without change request. Okay, let me give you a communication plan is for my reference only. All the plans will be approved by sponsor, right? All the plans are for my references. It's my project. I am responsible. I will share according to a requirement. Okay. Everybody, please read this. Aruj, while we take your question, everyone, please read this thing. How to engage stakeholder in PMP. Yes, go ahead, Aruj.
Yeah, so Amir, you said that we can update the stakeholder register without a change request. Updating the stakeholder register means either we are adding, I mean, we are making some change to the register, right? So if we are making a change, then why a change request has not been created?
Because change request is only needed for a thing that is approved by sponsor, like plans. Okay, plan stakeholder register is my document. I don't get approval from the sponsor for that. Okay.
Okay,
Sponsor
okay,
is
and
approving. Sponsor is approving plan. Okay.
okay.
Everyone read this document. Aruj, read this thing. Read this thing. Press the capture button. This is the most important thing for you. This is from my PMP booklet. I will give it to you later. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, step 8, step 9, step 10, step 11. This is the entire stakeholder. Let's go for the communication. Read the communication domain. We will tomorrow also focus back again to the communication domain, but in 1 minute, please go through it. All the communication will follow plan, right communication, right time to right people. Who needs the information? We need to understand cultural and political requirement of the stakeholders, all these things. Okay, we will come back to this topic tomorrow and we will cover it further on as we move forward. Now, let's talk about your assignments that we need to do and whatever the questions you have. Yes, brother. Yes, Naveen, you have a question.
I know the last list that you showed at point number 10, you are saying this for the register, you need to raise the change request.
Let me see. Maybe I need to update that. Okay. Any new stake he goes to, then you raise a change. No, read the point. Any time a new stakeholder is identified, it goes to the stakeholder register. Then you raise the change request to update the plan. Read the line, Naveen.
Okay.
Okay.
No, so even for a change in the register, you change the register and then you need to
If you need
ma-
to update the plan, if you need to update the plan, then you raise a change request. Okay.
yeah.
What else? Yes, Hamza.
Mm. But isn't the stake, if you have to,
Wait. Yes, Hamza.
sorry,
Yes, Hamza.
So, my question is that in the stakeholder engagement plan,
Hmm.
that the metrics that we are using,
Hmm.
is it just to like categorize it among or between the five like states
Hmm.
of the stakeholder,
None.
or we mention the strategies like
No.
for example you mentioned IRS. So
Hamza, this
are we going to write something like that?
This is,
we need to evade them or something like that.
let me give you. Stakeholder register will only have the information who is the stakeholder, what is their power, what is their interest. Okay. As strategies, how I'm gonna engage them in the stakeholder plan. How I'm gonna engage the stakeholder is in the stakeholder plan. Okay. This communicate, sir, how to decide the problem in which communication plan? What problem, Said? What do you mean by problem? Are you talking about questions? Solve the question, then you will know. Okay, just to give you the insight of entire revision of the topic, identify the stakeholder using expert judgment, focus group, workshop, document analysis, OPS, EF. Once you identify it, put in the stakeholder register. Then you categorize them upward, downward, internal, external. Then you prioritize them using power interest matrix. Okay, those are 2D. We also discussed the 3D matrix. This is stakeholder register has been completed. Now we want to make a stakeholder plan. For stakeholder plan, I check whether my stakeholder is unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, what they are. I put them into the stakeholder engagement matrix, and to change their engagement level, I have stakeholder engagement strategies in the stakeholder engagement plan. Stakeholder engagement plan is approved by the sponsor. Then I implement that in execution. And if it needs to be updated, I raise a change request, and change request is approved by change control board. Anytime a new stakeholder is added, I can update the stakeholder register. Does not need a change request, but to update the plan, I will need a change request. I always remember that I need to understand the communication requirement. Hamza put in the chat box. I need to understand the communication requirement of each stakeholder, and I go with the right information at right time to have a right impact on the stakeholders. I need to understand their culture differences and political awareness and what they need into that. Now, coming to the assignment part, I want you to make a mind map of stakeholder communication topic, right? Individual. You want to make on Miru? Good. You don't want to make on Miru? However you make, I don't care. I need a mind map. And then root cause analysis of this fundamental question. Number one, root cause analysis of this fundamental question. Number one. Number two, here, once you are done with the root cause analysis of fundamental question, once you are done with that, then do this stakeholder questions and their RCA. Stakeholder questions are 37 questions. Do these questions and their RCA. And if anyone is able to do that, then move to the communication questions. Okay? But please note, please note, don't do stakeholder question unless you are done root cause analysis RCA or fundamental. Doing RCA is more important than doing question answers. Okay? Don't move to communication topic unless you are done with the stakeholder questions RCA. Okay. Tomorrow we'll start from the stakeholder topic. Again, we'll do a revision and we'll go to the slides also. We'll discuss the communication things and things of those nature. Okay. So at the point, we are just saying that stakeholder plan, no, not strategies. They not just subjective, they are the strategies required to engage the stakeholders. Till when we need to complete the assignment till tomorrow class. I always say that sort of one is greater than zero. Like try to do whatever you can. Let me repeat the assignment again to everybody. SWOT analysis. What are your 5 strengths? What are your 5 weaknesses? Send me that. Make a mind map. Do the RCO fundamental questions. Okay. Make a mind map of stakeholder communication topic. Then stakeholder question, their RCA. Communication question, their RCA. Try to do as much as you can. It's not necessary to complete all of them by tomorrow, but as much as you can. People who are in India, Pakistan, tomorrow, if you have holiday, try to do much you can, right? As much as you can. Everything share in the group. Everything share in the group. Mind map, question answers, RCA, share in the group. G, anyone else has any question? Any question? Please send assignment. The exact assignment I shared you. I will send the recording link. Today, I will also share it in the group, the link of this recording. But from tomorrow, I will tell you how to see in the sheet. Okay. Today I will put it in the sheet, plus I'll share in the group so that no one has any confusion. And anyone at any time has any confusion, please ask. Please ask. Okay. G. Anything anyone want to know? Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Tomorrow day is more important than today. Tomorrow we'll complete stakeholder communication, then we'll move to our agile and then team. We will discuss virtual team. Who are the virtual team? Like we are virtual team. What are their challenges? How do we manage them? If there's some material on the topics discussed today, it's the same material that we discussed. Okay. Ansari, do the question answer as I'm saying. That is the number one thing. Question answers RCA. I will share 3 minutes videos to you also. Worked into that. The PMP booklet that I showed you today, I will share it to you, but not today. I'm a big believer of one thing at a time. I can share all the stuff today. It's very easy for me. Make a Google Drive, share the link, go and watch. I don't want it. I want you complete this thing, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next. So please, first thing, RCA fundament. It will not take more than 20 minutes. Then stakeholder mind map 10 to 15 minutes. Stakeholder question 1 hour. RCA 2 hours. And let me tell you this thing. Let me tell you this thing. You will get a bad score in stakeholder. Getting 40%, 30% is normal. I like to say stakeholder topic is like a chucky, like a doll. It looks like a doll, but it is actually a horrible Dracula. When you will solve the question, you will have fun. Will you share all the links? Will share. I will share in the group. Thank you very much, guys. It has honor to work with you, and the journey just started. I loved it. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, same link. Looking forward to you. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Bye bye.
Thank you, Amer.